Mickey Talks.
Hey, everybody. It is episode 75, Matt.
Here we are.
75.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
it is, man. And, more good things happening every day for us.
Yeah, wild stuff. I did Rambo and Friends today.
Yeah, how was that?
I went into the Lions Den, bro. It got
Got heated for you,
not
huh?
heated. That's not the right word. It's a lot of stuff to take in. For those of you who don't know, Rambo and Friends is a show on Rumble that is a basically conspiracy theory based show. These guys have turned out to be right about a lot of things. Matt and I have done a couple. I was on today with them. A lot of friends. We got a bunch of new subscribers, Matt. We are
Well, welcome everybody that's new checking us out, and thank you. We're very grateful that you give us a shot.
we have over 1,000 followers now on Rumble.
That's great.
That's amazing.
And thanks to Rambo and Friends and whoever else you're on with today.
Yeah, I mean, they're the funny thing, man, that I'm finding about those dudes, they're just real. Like, even though it's like conspiracy stuff, it's really real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's why I say real, like it's real things they're talking about. It's not made up stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're digging deeper, and they've got some different opinions than the mainstream has, I would say.
Oh yeah, way different opinions. And then they show you stuff, and you go, "What the?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just gets freaky. But yeah, I mean, a lot of great people. I want to thank them all. They've been amazing, and thank you to all the Rumble listeners, the YouTube listeners. Thank you, and of course the Facebook listeners.
Yeah, the originals.
The originals, the OGs, the Facebook folk. You are you're my new, what's that word? Muse.
Yeah.
Yeah, Facebook is the Facebook people are my muse for sure. They're amazing.
What'd you do over the 4th weekend?
Well, if I could be honest, what I did was drive to the beach because a friend of mine had, I went to Delaware. A friend of mine, well, really my mentor in comedy, my idol, my favorite comedian, the guy that made me want to do it, the guy that I thought was the greatest I've ever seen to this day, Mark Voice. For those that followed me for a long time, you probably know Mark. He used to be on 98 Rock with me for a while. He would come in. We've done 200 shows together over the years. And he's sick. He's got stage 4 lung cancer and a brain tumor.
Yeah.
And it's literally like him and another guy. Well, there's really 3 guys that I would call like my lifetime best friends. Like, did more things with them than anybody at my weddings, plural. Just every high moment I had or low, he was there. And the first time I saw him do comedy, I literally said to myself, "Oh my God, I hope I'm that good one day." I don't think I've ever gotten that good, but when I saw him, I was opening for him. And then over time, because of success or radio, it flip-flopped. And that was weird for me.
Yeah,
I remember I booked a show one time, and he said to me, he's like, "You going to put me on it?" My first, like, headliner show. And he's like, "Are you going to put me on it?" And I'm like, "Dude, you're a headline. I open for you." And he's like, "What the F are you talking about?" It's like, "I'll open for you." And it was so surreal. You know what I mean? Just a guy like that.
That is a wild dynamic that a lot of people don't experience.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. And it was, and he was so cool about it. And like, it's just really like, it bummed me out, man. I haven't been right really since Friday, Matt. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, I hear you. I know Mark, and I mean, I don't know obviously as well as you do, but he's a great guy and an incredibly talented guy. Always been super cool to me. And all I can say is, I wish him the best in his battle, and I hope he beats this thing. It sounds like he's ready to fight, which is good.
He's convinced.
The mental attitude is everything, man.
He told the doctors,
know,
and the way Mark talks is so funny. He's like, "I seen these doctors," and the doctor goes, "Look, man, you got stage 4 lung cancer, and you got a brain tumor. But
That's some heavy news to get, man, in one day.
And within 10 minutes, Mark said, well, I'll tell you what, Doc, you some bitches are going to write a book about me.
That's great, man.
Because I'm beating it.
I love it.
And there's no other doubt in my mind. But at the same time, it's just, man, it's like that guy's my guy. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, you got to be his biggest cheerleader right now, man, because he is
I
ready to
drove
fight.
down to see him, man.
No, I know you.
Yeah.
I know you are, but I'm just saying he's ready to fight, and he's in that mindset. And I think mindset has
It's
everything to do with it.
Oh
man.
my God! And it's
yeah,
it's just
keep him happy, keep him laughing, and just be there for the dude.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna put together a really big benefit. Like, dude, big.
I love it.
Like, Mark is admired by famous comedians. Famous comedians.
Yeah.
And to have him honored the way I think he should be, I'm hoping everything comes together and we can do this thing, It's really, I don't really know what to say. I mean, I want to cry, if you want to know the truth. I've cried a lot this weekend, driving down there to see him and then back yesterday and driving, and like, you just have a lot of time alone and you think about like hilarious moments you had together or even tough moments. And at the end of the day, you're just like, man, that guy's so important to me.
Yeah.
So it's, I don't know, plenty of people deal with this every day. I'm nobody special.
Well, I wish him the best, man.
Me too, man. I just want to put this behind me.
Yeah.
And, or see, anyway, I got to get over it, man. But it's got me so bummed out. Like, I don't know how else to really talk about it other than say the truth, which is I'm just so sad about it.
Yeah,
but
I get
this,
it, man.
This isn't a sad show. It's a comedy show, and he'd want nothing less. Brought to you by Barnes Paving, BARNES paving.com. These people are just the best, incredible people. We love them very much. BARNES, they're the reason we are on, no doubt about it. Sidewalks, whatever your paving needs. Better Business Bureau, MHIC licensed and insured. There's no job too big or too small, from a freaking sidewalk to a shopping center parking lot. Barnes Paving can do it all. That's BARNES paving.com. Give them a call. So, Matt, how's it going, buddy?
It's going, man. I had a pretty decent weekend. We got to do fireworks a couple times. Hung with the family. I work though too.
I saw that beautiful picture of you and Liz from the fireworks. Yeah. I was going to text you Friday night as I was driving to the beach, and because I kept seeing fireworks as I drove down one.
Is that right? Yeah.
I go through Delaware.
Yeah.
So I go down one, and just like each town had their own. And I saw it like.
Were you just trapped in
bottlenecks
the whole time?
I'm not going down. Coming back, I'm like weird because I actually don't mind crazy traffic. I like it. I sit and going slow. God. What I mean, like I like listening to things. It was a Sunday.
I don't mind long drives. I don't know about the traffic though.
It doesn't bother me. Sometimes the traffic's nice. You're not going 80 miles an hour. You're going slow and you just chill out, look around. I don't know. I don't mind it. I don't.
The only time I ever saw fireworks like that it was when I was working in Philly, actually. And I was on their I-76 that goes through the city there.
Yeah.
Fireworks going off. And people just essentially parked on 76 on the Schuylkill Expressway and just watched the fireworks display. It was pretty awesome. I enjoyed that, actually.
Yeah, I bet you did, man. That seems fun.
Yeah.
Just popping in because I want to pay more attention to the comments. You know what I mean? During the show.
Sure.
First, let me go to Facebook here. Bill King. You remember Bill came up, did comedy, comedian.
Yeah.
Did with us. Great guy. Love Bill. He said hello and to tell Mark hi. Bill remembers Mark, being a comedian.
Yeah. I got his comment up here.
Yeah. Drea, of course, Andrea. She said she needs us both back on Rambo, Matt. So next time you're in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'll be fun, man.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
I had a blast last time we did it.
Yeah, a lot of great stuff. So anyway, and then the people over here on Rumble, I want to thank, I'll just thank people. I can't read these. Tired 2020. She's I don't know. Tired 2020. Some of the Texan Patriot girl. Thank you so much. She thanked us for being on Rambo. Thank you, Chavez, Toots, Boom, Diggity, all of them. Great listeners. Thank you so much. We appreciate everything that you guys do for us. So, Matt, let's get into it. The news brought to us by Barnes Paving. I just told you all about them. They're the best. It is now our news, as we call it. That's the facts. Matt, what do we got, buddy?
So, surprising a little bit of new Diddy news here. I didn't think we were going to get any for a while because
is
his
he still alive?
Yeah, he's still alive.
Damn it.
Sentencing not happened until October 3rd, of course. But we're adding another civil suit to the stack here, Mick.
Oh, yeah?
Diddy might have won the legal battle, but the war is far from over. Sean Combs must have mixed emotions after last week. On the same day that he learned that the jury found him not guilty of the three most serious charges he was facing, a new legal threat popped up. He already has a growing pile of various civil lawsuits that has been building up over recent months. Now one of the male escorts that was allegedly hired to help facilitate freak-offs is crying foul. His name is Clayton Howard. He says that Cassie gave him a sexually transmitted disease.
Oh, damn it.
After engaging in unprotected sex, but that's not all. Perhaps even more shocking is the claim that he once impregnated her and that she went ahead and terminated the pregnancy without telling him, all while continuing to have unprotected sex.
Yeah, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about this. Diddy is a scumbag piece of crap, right?
We're on the same page there.
Yeah. Some of these other people, though, aren't as innocent as they're making themselves out to be. Like, this is nothing.
You're like this Clayton guy, you think?
Screw that guy. I mean, he's in on it.
He's a prostitute.
He's
right?
a man. He's a grown-ass man.
Yeah.
Don't do what you don't want to do. A woman, I feel sorry for her. I do. A grown-ass man, you can walk away.
You want to hear what he's claiming?
Yeah, sure.
He says that during his more than 5 years of service for Diddy and Cassie, he was used as, quote, entertainment to satisfy their sexual fetishes and personal ambitions. Now he's looking to be made whole after he says he was drugged, manipulated, and traumatized over that time. He says these encounters left temporary and permanent scars physically, psychologically, emotionally, and even financially, he said.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. He'll get paid.
Well, he showed up and took a paycheck for this, right?
Yeah, to have sex.
Yeah.
It must be awful.
And got drugged. I mean, who knows? I don't
Yeah.
know. I mean, was he drugged without his knowledge? And if that happens to you, do you show up again?
For that paycheck.
I guess.
A whole lot of people do bad shit for money.
I kind of feel like you, though, in that, he's a man and he knew what he
you're
was
a grown
doing.
ass man.
And he was
Leave.
taking part in this
do it
criminal
once.
activity.
Do it once, shame on you.
My question is he going to get himself in trouble
Probably.
for prostitution?
I don't know how all that works, but yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's kind of
Yeah, but if you get $1
incriminating
million
himself.
from Diddy and you got to spend a month or even whatever for that, what's that charge? Overnight?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know what the charge is.
Write me the
actually.
check. I'll
But
go to
right.
jail tonight and pick it up tomorrow.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, who cares?
And then, Mother Nature was not playing games over the weekend. You had the Texas flooding, of course, that happened, and it's just tragic out there. The worst hit is the all-girls camp Mystic near Hunt, where 10 campers ages 12 to 16 are still missing after cabins were ripped apart. The bodies of 68 victims have been found as of yesterday afternoon, including 28 children.
Jesus.
It's horrible. FEMA is out there right now. President Trump quickly signed a federal disaster declaration for the affected areas in Texas. They're already at work and have been over the weekend to assist victims there. And then you've got tropical depression Chantel causing flooding and evacuations in North Carolina. Flash flood warnings and watches were also issued for at least 6 counties yesterday, and they expired this morning. And then the National Weather Service confirmed a tornado touchdown at Raleigh Executive Jetport near Sanford. 2 aircraft and 2 hangars were damaged. So you had all that happening. And then there's California wildfires exploding to almost 80,000 areas as of yesterday.
I want to talk about that flood a second.
Yeah.
What caused the flood like that? Have they?
They received basically a month's worth of rain in 3 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. It was just brutal rainfall.
Good God.
They say
28
that
children are dead.
well, there are, let me see here. 10 campers ages 12 to 16 are missing. The bodies of 68 victims have been found as of yesterday afternoon, including 28 children.
Oh my God,
it's
man.
awful.
I mean, all 70 people or whatever, 68.
Of course, but
yeah.
kids, I mean, just
Man,
heartbreaking,
just the
right?
tragic. It's another reason I won't go camping.
Yeah.
I'm serious. Like I don't like nature. I mean, I love nature, but I don't want to fuck with. Like I don't mess with nature. If the cloud gets dark, I go in.
That was unavoidable, you know.
No,
but
you're right. You're right.
You got to be safe when you go out, of course, doing stuff in nature.
Yeah, that's just a heartbreaking story.
It is, man.
Yeah, it's awful.
And then the wildfires out in California explodes to almost 80,000 acres as of yesterday, and is only 30% contained right now. The Madre fire started Wednesday afternoon. It has become part of the largest fire in California this year. It's burning in rural areas near Highway 166. Officials had to close the highway and order people to evacuate. About 50 buildings are at risk from the fire, which is spreading very fast because of the weather, terrain, and dry conditions. They say it grew exponentially in less than 24 hours and spread to multiple counties.
Wow.
Still trying to figure out the cause of it is what they're saying, too.
Do you think do you think these wildfires are going to become more and more? Like,
well, I mean, you know, supposedly there were things they could do to mitigate the risk of all this out in California.
Yeah.
And I don't know that they did. Like, all that brush was a huge issue out there. And I don't know if that's been taken care of.
Yeah, I think the biggest problem for me with all this is that California just doesn't seem to know anything, how to do anything. They don't have water.
Water was a huge issue too.
They don't have water. They don't they don't clean the fire lanes. They don't. I mean, half the equipment. Remember, they couldn't get it out. Yeah. Like it's just sheer incompetence.
Well, I think there was a way for them to possibly use seawater in emergencies. I think what they said was like salt water will kind of destroy some of their equipment and stuff if they use it, but for an emergency like that,
yeah,
they should. You know, I as a resident there, I would want that on hand to be able to be used if my house is burning down.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah,
I mean, every house should have a direct.
And then we'll buy a new fire engine.
A direct pipe right to the freaking ocean.
Yeah,
an intake valve.
Sure.
That just lets salt water into your home so you can put out a fire.
Yeah.
Good God. But that'll probably hurt a mouse or something out there.
Well,
so
I mean, it was the fish that was out there they were worried about.
Fish.
Yeah.
It's just
pathetic. I don't know. Meanwhile, people are getting hurt and their houses and livelihoods
it's crazy.
Burning up.
Yeah, it's nuts. I don't get it. People are idiots.
So one more kind of heavy story, Mick, and then we'll get into some more fun stuff.
Can't wait.
We watched that fireworks explosion, the warehouse on our last show. Do you remember that?
Of course.
I should have pulled it up in the system here, but they had reported at the time that there were no injuries from this thing, but now they have discovered 7 bodies found at the site of the warehouse out in Yolo County, California. Lieutenant Dan Harmon said identification is pending DNA analysis by the coroner's office. The warehouse, operated by Devastating Pyrotechnics and storing commercial-grade fireworks in a facility zoned for agriculture, collapsed in the explosion. Families expressed frustration over delayed information and difficulties accessing the site. The cause of the explosion still remains under investigation. But I didn't know people had passed away. We were kind of, not lighthearted about it, but it was, it was a wild display to watch until you found out people actually perished.
Yeah, I mean, those kind of situations are terrible, but that's what we do. We didn't know.
Yeah.
That's sad.
So Jeffrey Epstein, according to the FBI and DOJ, did not have a client list. That's what they're saying right now.
Then why did that lady, Pam Bondi, say there was one? Remember that?
Yeah, it's interesting, man.
Yeah,
she was supposed to give us the next big stack of info here too, and
I think there's some bad people on it. Dude.
Well, even that first batch of stuff that she gave us wasn't all that revealing. It was a bunch of stuff we already knew.
Yeah.
With maybe a couple more names, like a handful of new names
that were
on the flight list.
That weren't that big of a deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I do think that I think there's some major power players.
Well, listen to this. I mean, that's not all they're saying here too. The findings, they say, also revealed, quote, no evidence that Epstein blackmailed high-profile individuals. And It also says that he did commit suicide in his Manhattan jail cell, debunking persistent conspiracy theories. The Trump administration plans to release video supporting the 2019 medical examiner's ruling that Epstein committed suicide. But wasn't there also a guy who had come forward who examined all this stuff? And he pretty conclusively said that it was not a suicide. Wasn't there a guy, a pretty credible guy that
I'm
was...
trying to remember. Yeah, I think it was. I don't remember, though, like who that guy was or why.
Yeah.
That's the thing I can't remember. But you know what? This whole thing, I'm just glad he's dead. I mean, he was a scumbag. So was she. I can't believe she's alive.
Yeah, but the problem is that there are a ton of people walking around.
Yeah, that's our judicial
that should
system.
be in handcuffs,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Of course,
Right?
deals are made, Matt.
Yeah.
It's the sick world we live in.
And then there's so many victims that don't get justice either, man. Which is
No,
crazy.
I totally agree with you, man. It's brutal.
So TikTok is developing new separate U.S. version before the divestment deadline. TikTok is reportedly developing a new version of its social media platform for its U.S. customers. Its Chinese parent company, ByteDance, must divest its U.S. operations to non-Chinese owners in order to comply with a new federal law by September or risk being banned. U.S. lawmakers support the move with fears of the Chinese government tapping into the personal records of its 170 million American users. According to the tech publication The Information, the new TikTok version will launch sometime in September, which is good news for a lot of people, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a TikTok guy. I got to learn
Yeah.
it for the show.
But there's a lot of people that have their livelihoods wrapped up in that app.
sure.
So,
Yeah, no doubt about it. I'm
Yeah.
glad. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yep.
So over the weekend, we know that Joey Chestnut dominated in Nathan's contest.
Was his 18th or 17th championship?
This was his 17th. Took
Hmm.
his 17th championship, 70.5 dogs. The next closest competitor ate a paltry 46. How about that?
So he outbeat the dude by
Almost double.
double.
That's incredible. It really
That's
is.
ridiculous. I don't know why anybody else gets in it.
I mean, look, we act like 46 is nothing, though, man. Can you imagine? I can't imagine eating 20 hot dogs. Can you?
No,
I can't imagine eating 10.
I don't think I could eat 5 hot dogs.
Yeah. Crazy. Did
Yeah,
you see his introduction that he got?
No.
I mean, it's insane. You want to see this?
Yeah, of course.
Let me pull this up. Here's Joey Chestnut being introduced. Okay.
We are humbled by age in preparation for the great insult of death. But there are those who stand immortal, not through the grace of heaven, but through their own triumphs. I speak of this man.
I love it. Look at him. Just a god amongst men.
The expression is funny, man.
It's hilarious. I love it so much.
Formed from the
Look at
shards
that.
of
Here he goes,
shattered
listen to this.
angels, wielding the white sword of righteousness, standing as quiet as truth. Ladies and gentlemen, while we must all face the dark mountain of night,
Who wrote this
forsaken and
introduction?
It's the
forlorn,
best.
alone in the ruins of our own minds, he will never fail or falter. For he defies the ministers of our fate and the limitations of our birth. And he will not stop until he stands side by side with the gods. His glory is strung like beads of light to adorn the arc of history itself. Joey Chestnut!
It's one of the greatest introductions a man could receive.
It's kind of like a cross between a WWE introduction and them announcing like a medieval king
Yeah,
or something.
it is a true calling of authority.
Yeah.
I love it.
Now get this, man. Chestnut says that the weather conditions have to be perfect to get the record of 76 hot dogs. He says we're talking between 75 and 78 degrees with no wind and minimal humidity. That's what he needs.
That's hilarious.
On Friday, the temperature was 83 with high winds and 40% humidity. So
Yeah, it was out of his range.
I mean, this guy's got it down to some kind of weird science here, man.
Dude, it's incredible.
Yeah.
On the Rumble page, somebody wrote, stretch. I loved watching him stretch like he's an athlete. I bet he does have to stretch, though. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm sure. I think he actually stretches his stomach too, doesn't he? Doesn't he do some kind of warm up?
Yeah. He stretches his stomach.
So, the thing that you would think that he would do is starve himself. So he is super hungry for the day of the thing. But I found out that it's the opposite. He eats a lot in order to stretch his stomach.
Yeah, of course. His stomach, he distends it almost.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I wouldn't go through all that.
No.
How much does he win again?
You know what? I got to
remember didn't we look it up?
I don't know. Let's look it up and see how much I think we did look it up, and it was like 40 grand or 50 grand or something like that?
Let me see something.
But he probably makes the bulk of his money from his endorsements.
Of course.
So I'm guessing Nathan's or whoever supports him is giving him the bulk of his money, and then the prize is just icing, I'm sure.
Yeah, let's see what it is. $10,000.
Oh, 10 grand. Is that it?
I mean, it ain't chump change, Matt.
It's not chump change, man. But this guy has a significant amount of his life involved in these eating contests.
Oh yeah. No, I hear you.
And I don't know what the repercussions are of putting 73 hot dogs into your body at one time. But your medical bill's got to be a little bit close to that 10 grand. I'm sure.
He says he's got it down and he knows how to get it in and out.
Yeah, how do you get it out? What do you do?
I would imagine laxatives.
Oh, God.
And you're sitting down for a couple days, but you got 10 grand in the bank. Yeah, I'm with you. It's not something I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
But at the same time, 10 grand's 10 grand.
I guess.
I want to have a spaghetti eating contest.
Oh, God.
It sounds
even worse.
Spaghetti?
Yeah.
It's way better than eating a lot of hot dogs.
Yuck. I would do a pie eating contest, maybe.
How about Snickers bars? You like Snickers?
I love Snickers. Yeah.
Are they your favorite
They're
candy
so
bar?
calorie dense, though. How many could you possibly eat?
Let me ask you this. What's your favorite candy bar all time?
Reese's, for sure.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God, not me.
By a stretch.
Snickers.
And then Snickers is a close second.
Snickers is number one to me. Then a Hershey almond bar.
Huh.
I like nuts in my chocolate.
Yeah? That's what I heard.
You're a dick.
So Conor McGregor, did you hear about this? First, President Donald Trump announced during his 4th of July speech that he and UFC CEO Dana White are planning a UFC championship fight and the grounds of the White House next year as part of the celebration for America's 250th birthday.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
They're going to have a UFC match on the White House lawn.
How ridiculous is that?
Yeah, I don't even like that.
Listen, I love UFC too.
I do too.
But this is ridiculous.
I think it's a little bit, I don't know. I find that to be a little disrespectful to the White. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, even more ridiculous, to the shock of no one, I should probably say, Conor McGregor has announced on X that he'd be honored to take part.
Of course he would.
Even though the details haven't been finalized and no one's invited him.
Right. Yeah, that doesn't matter. I'll take the match anywhere. I'll take it anywhere. In the Capitol, I don't care. Who is that guy?
Oh, I'll fight President Trump.
Yeah. I'll fight any of you. I love him. I think he's hilarious.
Did you hear about this lottery winner, man?
Which one?
Here, I'll show you a picture of him. This guy won a $167.3 million Powerball jackpot, and he was arrested on a lavish vacation that he took.
Where'd he go?
You know what? I don't know if we know that. Let me see. The winner of Kentucky's largest lottery jackpot was arrested just days after his jaw-dropping win and has spent the first few months of his newfound fortune behind bars as he faces even more time locked up. James Shannon Farthing bagged a $167 million win back in April, split the winnings with his 77-year-old mother and his girlfriend. And at the time, the 50-year-old said the money would help his mom. He said, quote, "I've caused her a lot of stress. I've made some bad decisions in life. God's been good because I've kept my faith and done right." But just days later, Farthing continued making those bad decisions as he was arrested during a lavish beachfront vacation with his girlfriend. It was in Florida.
Of course it was.
Yeah. We probably should have guessed that. The lottery winner allegedly kicked a police officer in the face while the sheriff's deputy was attempting to break up a fight between Farthing and another hotel guest. Farthing was charged with battery of a police officer and resisting arrest, according to an April 29th arrest citation. His girlfriend was also arrested on a disorderly intoxication charge. Police said the officer told Farthing to turn around, put his hands behind his back, but he attempted to flee. The battery charge wasn't the only trouble the incident landed Farthing in. Turns out that the lottery winner is a career criminal, and he had violated his parole when he left Kentucky without notifying his parole officer.
Jesus.
Farthing has a 16-page rap sheet and has spent a staggering 30 of his 50 years behind bars at 25 different correctional institutions. He was finally released from jail last week after using $11,000 of his winnings to post bail, but he still has to face the charges from the Florida fight. He pleaded not guilty. He's scheduled for a July 14th arraignment. If he's convicted of the battery account, he could face up to 5 years behind bars.
What an idiot. Like, you win all that money, you got all that, all of it, and you do that.
That's just awful, isn't it? I mean, come on, man.
It's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
You could have bought
life.
the biggest mansion in the world, locked yourself in there with all your toys, and just.
And I guarantee he had on a wife beater, still has that big gray goatee.
Yeah.
Worth, $80 million now or whatever.
Yeah.
And just a moron still. I keep it real. Real, man. That's how I roll.
Real locked up.
Yeah, real locked up, dude. That's what you're keeping it. Yeah. I'll tell you right now, don't let me win no lottery like that.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
What am I going to do?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what Mark Voice said he was going to do if he ever won the lottery. First thing was he wasn't going to quit his job at the wastewater treatment plant.
Come on.
As a taste tester. Number two, he wasn't going to divorce Bertha Lou, his 300-pound overweight wife.
Of course not.
And number three, he was going to buy a racehorse and enter it in the Kentucky Derby. And the name of that racehorse was going to be Suck My Big Black Blank, just so he could hear that call on Derby Day. And coming round the corner, it's Suck My Big Black Blank. Anyway, goes through the whole race, gets to the end, and it's big Suck My Big Black Blank by a head.
Oh, my God.
It was one of the funniest comedy bits of all time.
Oh, my God.
And it's so ironic that Mark Voice is the one that came up with it. But yes, I would do. He said he would get human furniture, just big fat people he could lay on. Like, he had the funniest bit about it.
That is hysterical.
Oh, my God. I love him. What's the craziest thing you would do if you won, say, you're worth $100 million? Well, what's the first thing you're doing that you're like, I don't care, I'm doing it?
I would set up everybody I love with nice things, of course.
You got unlimited money the rest of your life. Where are you going?
I'm going to probably find a nice house and then a nice house on a beach somewhere.
Yeah. Are you going to leave the country?
No, I don't think I'll leave the country.
I wouldn't either.
I might get a house in like the Caribbean.
I'd have like 3 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have some Caribbean stuff, no doubt.
Yeah.
But I would have a house here. I would have a house somewhere in the South where it's like warm all the time. I'm just sick of the cold. I can go. And then I probably have some houses like in weird places. Like I would like to have a house in Chicago. I think that's a cool city.
Love Chicago.
Go live there for a month, not doing nothing.
Yeah.
Probably Dallas. Have a house in Dallas. Definitely. I would stay away from Miami. I'm just not good looking enough. But the rest of Florida, I could probably be okay.
Miami's a mess. You don't want to be down there anyway.
South Beach. You ever been to South Beach?
No.
Dude, let me tell you something. I would like to take girls that think they're hot, right? And say, what do you rate yourself? And they go, 9. And then take them to South Beach and just walk down the beach, right? And you've never seen more beautiful human beings in your life. Everyone, the men, the women, the in-betweens, they're beautiful people. Now, I don't want to talk to any of them, and they're stupid, and they're not really worth much, as a person, but they are good looking.
Yeah.
I mean, those models and those.
That's where you want to spend your years.
I might no. I would just have a place there
Yeah.
to just go down and sit on my balcony and stare at beautiful people.
There you go.
Yeah, but I wouldn't live in Miami. I would live like
Find yourself a gold digger.
West Palm or something, like somewhere nice in Florida.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'm gonna have a ton of gold diggers.
Yeah.
I'm just not marrying any of them. I'll spend money on them, no doubt.
Yeah.
I'll treat you wonderfully. I just ain't getting married. No way.
Yeah, I try to live kind of simply, man, after I make a few big splurges because, you hear about all these people that win the lottery, then they're broke in like 5 years.
I would get 3 cars. I really would. I would get a nice everyday car, like a Mercedes or BMW or something. Then I have a truck, but not like a huge truck because I'm a very
This is
small
funny,
guy.
man. This is exactly what I would do. Keep going. See if the third one matches
And then
me.
the third one would be an exotic. I would have something fun that like a friend comes over and I'm like, come on, you want to take a ride in this thing? Like that would be my third vehicle.
Well, I would have a nice car. Like you said, I would have a truck.
Right.
And then my third thing would be like some kind of camper or Winnebago.
Oh, I would probably get a big ass
Yeah.
Winnebago. I didn't think of that as a car.
Yep.
Yeah, I would have one of those. You know what else I would do? I like this too. I would enclose my outside. Like I would be able to stay outside, but during the winter.
You'll build like a giant wall, like a castle.
No, more than that. Like it would be enclosed, but like I could open the roof. Like a dome.
You have like a dome over your house.
But not like a dome, like just sliding doors.
Yeah.
So like if you want to sit out there on a chilly night in a fire,
Yeah.
you can open up the roof, the smoke will go out. But you're just safe and if you don't want the fire, you can heat it.
Would you build yourself a bunker somewhere?
Yeah. Nah, not at that point.
No.
I don't think I'd need to really. What do you need a bunker for at that point?
I mean, when it hits the fan, man, you want to have a place to go, right?
Yeah, but I'm also going to buy a full armory of weaponry
Yeah.
and surround my entire property
Right.
with like M60s mounted on the thing and stage it so that it always looks like they're ready to shoot.
Right.
Yeah. No ammo in
Now
it.
I'd give me some crazy West Virginia land way out in the middle of nowhere.
I would love
Little
to
bunker.
yeah, if you're going to go Armageddon,
Yeah.
that's where you want to be.
Yep.
Up there with the hillbillies. They've
Right.
been living up like that for hundreds of years.
Sure.
But I'll tell you some other things I would do. Like, I don't like skiing, but I like watching people ski. Does
Yeah.
that make sense?
Sure.
Like, I would love to go somewhere that has like a beautiful hotel and just right on your deck, you're just watching people skiing.
So you don't ski?
I just never did it. I tried to,
Me neither.
what's that one, the board called? The snowboarding?
Snowboarding. Yeah.
I was okay at that. I could probably get decent at it.
Yeah.
I was a good athlete. I could ski. I did it twice.
People tell me to just, all you got to do is go up and take ski lessons, but I'm not going to start learning to ski in my 50s. I think that's a bad move.
Nah, I don't think so. I mean, you might not do double black diamonds.
It's just not worth it to me. I'm not that into skiing.
Yeah,
that I
I'm
want
not
to go
either.
take ski lessons, number one.
Yeah.
But then, the risk of like, I got to go to work on Monday, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And another
Yeah.
thing I would do, I would go great white shark hunting.
Would
Not
you
hunting,
really?
catching. Oh my God. To catch
Fishing,
Yeah.
fishing?
try to catch a great white. I don't think you could reel it in. I don't know if you could on a rod.
I don't know either.
I don't know if that could
What do you
be.
want to do that for? Would you eat him?
No, I would release them,
Yeah.
but I just would want to see one up close like that. Or at least go on one of those great white
You just got to
boats.
get in the Shark Tank, man.
No, I'm not doing that. No. If I'm going to meet a shark, it's going to be on my land. I'm not going into his world. No way.
What do you think? He's going to break through the
It's
steel
happened, bro.
cage?
They've gotten in them.
What?
That lid can come up and shit. Like that. If they start banging that thing and ramming it, they can do. Look up real shark camera damage. For real. I'm not making
It's
it up.
really happened?
Dude, hold on. See, this stuff happens, and then I feel like I'm freaking crazy. Hold on.
I don't know. All I
Has
think
a great white shark ever broken through a shark cage?
my thought is
Yes,
that
there have been-
if you go to a place that's has a good reputation, I go to some third world country where these guys, unlicensed guys, are putting you into a cage in the water.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. But listen, Matt, yes, there have been instances where great white sharks have broken through shark cages during cage diving excursions. These incidences are rare, but have been captured on video and documented.
I wonder what happened, though. I wonder what really
God
happened.
damn, I'm looking at that video right now.
Yeah.
It went in the cage, went around the dude, and came out.
So he was okay?
I mean, I guess the dude's there. They don't really show the dude.
Psychologically, he's not okay anymore, but he's physically okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he died. But yeah, I mean, I'm not messing with him. But I do find him to be
They'd
one
up his prescription, I'm sure.
Oh, I guarantee you. But I do think, like, you know, when you think about that kind of stuff, Matt, I think they're one of the most fascinating animals on the planet.
Oh, yeah.
Is a great
without a
white
doubt.
shark. And an orca is another one.
I mean, you go right down to the aquarium in Maryland here and check out the sharks in the huge tank down there. It's amazing.
Tell you one of the dreams I want to do, and they're going to start making them, and we're going to be able to use them, are mini submarines. And they're good up to like 50 to 60 feet.
So you would get in a mini submarine?
Yeah, I would do that.
Really?
Yeah, if only like 50 feet. Yeah, I don't mean.
Oh, so you're not going down to the Titanic?
No, God, no. I'm not going down to the sand.
Right.
I'm going to 50 feet.
I got you.
And just see what's floating around and shit. What really is swimming in there.
Yeah.
Like, I think in the open ocean. Have you ever been out deep sea fishing?
Never.
Matt,
No.
I got to tell you, people don't realize this. They think it's only in the Caribbean. Once you get a mile or two out, the water is crystal clear, like it is the rest of the world. It's just up on the shoreline where it's so cloudy.
Right.
And, dude, you see whales, I mean, huge whales just come up next to the boat. And then when you get out into, like, the Baltimore and Washington canyons in the Atlantic Ocean where, like, the marlin are and those kind of – dude, it's the most – you can see fish. Like, you hook one and you're bringing it in. If you're up on the tower and looking, you can see that fish is 25 feet underwater.
I think it sounds amazing and beautiful. But my problem is I would be seasick the whole time.
You know what's weird? I got seasick, but then the guy turned me on to that Dramamine or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Never again. And you have to eat.
Yeah, you could get a patch. My parents go on cruises now, and my mom deals with a little motion sickness.
And the patch helps?
Patch will last you 2 days, too. You put it on your shoulder. She says it just gives her, like, dry mouth, but
I can deal with
doesn't
drinking
make
water.
you tired or anything.
Right,
yeah.
That's what I do. I'm fascinated by the ocean. I'm scared to death of it, but I love it.
That's another thing, too. You're not out there on a huge boat either.
No. You're on a dinghy.
Yeah.
Comparatively.
Out there, the whales and the sharks.
Dude, you go over, or if there's trouble. Now, out where we are, there are a lot of other charter boats. So if you put up a distress signal, they can beat you. When you get out to the caverns.
Yeah. So you think they'll get to you before the shark does?
I mean, you hope so. I mean, you know. But, you know, I caught a white marlin.
After you chum the water?
Yeah. I caught a tuna one time, and a brown shark ate the tuna while I was bringing it in.
Yeah, you told me this, actually.
It's a crazy story.
Yeah.
And then I ended up reeling the brown shark in,
yeah.
and we had to cut it loose. But it was a big shark. It was like 15 foot long, maybe between 15 and 20. And I used to have a picture of it. It was so cool. But that was the first thing I ever caught in the ocean.
Wow.
And I remember him saying, "You got a tuna, pull." And then as I'm pulling, it was like, boom. I was like, oh my God, I think he just committed suicide, like laughing. And he's like, what? I'm like, man, something just, and then I'm like pulling and it's much harder now. And the guy's like, let me feel that. And he felt it. And he's like, yeah, you got something big, man. And then the captain yells after, I guess he could see it from up where he was. He's like, it's a damn brown shark. Cut it. And the mate's like, reel it in, dude. Reel it in. You want to see it.
Wow.
So I reeled it in, and I got right next to the boat. There was a picture taken of it, and then they cut it. But, yeah, dude. When
How big is a brown shark?
I mean, it was like 15 to, you know, if only there was
That's
advice.
crazy. It's a 15 to 20 foot.
Dude, it was
fish?
ridiculous. What is the average size length of a brown shark?
And then the big brown shark came.
Oh, wait, that gave me something. I didn't even ask for that. I hate when this does this. What is the average length of a brown shark? Let's see here, Matt. Oh, I must be wrong. It must have 6 to 8 feet. Yeah, I don't know.
That's still a pretty big fish, man.
I guess that's what it was. But it had to be bigger than that. Dude, I'm telling you. Or it was a different kind of shark. Because it was,
I don't know, an 8 foot animal.
Maybe it was
big, man.
And when you're little, it looks huge. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, no, it was massive. I'll tell you the scariest I ever was, though, was the coral reef in the Bahamas.
Yeah.
And it was like 30 feet down. And I'm just snorkeling above it, just floating. And all of a sudden, a shark goes about 20 feet under me.
Nope. And
I just crawled right up to the boat, jumped in it so fast. And the captain was like, no problem. I'm like, what do you mean there's a shark? He goes, no, man, that shark is more afraid of you than you are of it.
Okay.
And I said, then
Wanna
that
bet?
shark is a giant P word because I'm
Do you
petrified.
want to bet?
Right, do you want to bet? Yeah. I bet the shark just didn't doo-doo in the water like I did.
Did you ever catch an eel, Mick?
Yeah, I've caught eels.
Well, here, listen to this story here. Doctors found a live eel swimming in a man's abdomen.
I never caught one like that.
Yeah. A 33-year-old man in Hunan, China, showed up at the hospital, doubled over with stomach pain and a rock-hard abdomen. A CT scan solved the mystery and showed that a foot-long eel had punched through his colon.
God!
It punched through his colon and was now swimming around in his abdominal cavity.
Did it go in his ass?
You want to see a picture of this thing?
No.
Oh, well,
Go ahead.
there you
Oh,
go. Enjoy your dinner, Mick. Enjoy your dinner.
That
Yeah.
was inside the dude.
It was swimming inside of him, Mick. Fearing deadly infection, surgeons rushed him into laparoscopic surgery, grabbing the wriggling fish with a clamp, stitched the intestinal hole, and washed the cavity with saline to ward off infection. The patient recovered well and soon went home. The hospital didn't say what became of the eel, though.
Oh, it was China. They probably ate the shit
I
out
was
of
going
that
to say it's
eel.
probably ended up on somebody's plate.
Yeah, that's definitely on a dragon roll somewhere. I can guarantee you
Little
that.
seaweed and some,
Yeah.
what's that green spicy stuff?
Yeah,
A little bit of that.
what is that called?
What
Oh,
is it
I
called,
hate
Dad?
it.
You hate it?
Oh my, it's so spicy.
It's a different kind of spicy too, where it gets you all up in
my
your,
God, I
your nasal
cannot believe
cavities.
ginger wasabi.
Wasabi.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Staff also skipped explaining exactly how the creature got inside, but online commenters filled the gap with knowing jokes, noting that such cases pop up every few years in China.
Oh.
So what do you think happened?
I don't know. I mean, it's so crazy. An eel ends up in a guy, and you said it punched
Well, I
through
mean,
his
we heard all
colon.
the weird stories about gerbils back
Yeah,
in the
I'm
day.
wondering if that's what this was. How
What
do you-
happened?
Oh my God. I can't even get into this story.
Yeah.
It's bizarre.
You going to go
Excuse
for
me.
sushi tonight?
I might. I don't know.
Well, Mick, Balls Out Bowling is back this weekend in Pennsylvania with nudity required. Pittsburgh area naturalists are rolling out another Balls Out bowling night at Crafton Ingram Lanes this Saturday. And the dress code is simple. None at all. Though women may keep their bottoms on. Anyone 18 or older is welcome, whether you've mastered a 300 game or still need the gutter bumpers. It's a $30 ticket purchased online in advance, and it covers 4 hours of unlimited bowling plus shoe rental. You got to wear your shoes on the lanes, Mick. And you'll pay the same whether you actually bowl or just cheer from the sidelines.
I'm in.
Event hosts stress that nudity does not equal consent. Sexual activity and harassment are forbidden, and rule breakers will be shown the door. And to protect everyone's privacy, photos and videos are strictly off limits.
Wow. Hey, we got in Rumble about what you do with a lot of money, Matt.
Yeah.
My old boss had a house built around her pool. The house was a huge square with
Wait. A house? Oh, so the pool was inside the house?
The house was a huge square with the center missing the roof, and there was a pool there. 4 doors, one on each side, going out to the pool. Lived on the river.
Wow.
That's a neat idea.
Yeah.
It's kind of like building like a square house and then a courtyard in the middle that is your pool. That's kind of cool, actually.
Well, if you look down in Florida, doesn't almost everybody, not indoor, but they have these big screened in pools.
Oh, yeah.
down
A
in
lot of
Florida.
people have pools in Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Did you see the bear that got trapped in this guy's car?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
It was happened in Colorado, and they say you can never have too many reminders to lock your car doors and not leave snacks inside the vehicle, especially if there are bears in the area. I got video of this.
Hi. The red one?
Cops need raises, man.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
know?
there's a bear in there.
Yeah, there's a bear in there.
Yeah, dude, there's a bear. Sorry,
Yeah, no
man.
problem. Oh, so here's what we're gonna do. I got a rope. So
This guy's
I
got a
just tie it
plan.
to
He's
the
going to use a
door handle.
rope.
Yeah, I saw the whole thing.
I'll go
yeah.
up there or back over here, and we'll just pull it open, and he can run out.
Bless our police officers, man.
They're the best.
Seriously.
The best.
This guy's car, though. Did you see the inside of the car?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right, is it unlocked?
And the big finale.
Ready?
Hey, Bear. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, just gonna. Hey, man.
Come on.
Hey, bud.
Go
Hey,
on.
dude, just a rope.
Go on.
Come on, buddy.
He's walking towards the bear.
What an
Your
idiot.
car
Without
is
his gun out.
destroyed.
And that guy's car is trash.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Important
just
to
destroyed.
lock your cars and keep all food
Yeah, it's
and stuff.
absolute insanity, isn't it?
I mean, bless our police officers, man. I mean, dealing with that. But
I picked up a stripper one night, and it looked like that getting out of the car. I'm not going to lie to you. I was this is back in my crazy days. No, I'm kidding.
that guy with the rope, though, I mean, I would have had a plan to hop in another vehicle or something once I popped that door up, and he just stood right out there and then clapped at the bear.
Yeah, that's insane to
That's
me.
a guy that's used to growing up, or he grew up around bears.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
that's the thing. If you
Yeah.
know them,
right.
it's different.
Yep.
It's like them guys. You ever see them guys walk up and just grab alligators, throw them back in the river and shit?
Yep.
I'm like, what the? What?
Yeah.
I saw one time playing golf and in Florida, and got up on an elevated tee box. When I got up there, there's an alligator sitting there. Not huge, like 5, 6, 7 feet. Still big, right?
That's big enough.
Yeah.
Right?
And when you get up there and it looks at you like this, like just stares at you. And I walk right back down. And the guy's like, what's wrong? I go, there's an alligator up there. And he goes, oh, come on. He walked up, he took his driver, like pounded it a couple times. Alligator turned around and took off. I was like, yeah, all right, cool. I'll go now. But that the rest of that round, I didn't. It was hard to keep my head down hitting the ball. I'll tell you that much.
Dude, that's crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's dinosaurs running around down there. But there were people back in that age, I'm sure, that were fighting dinosaur-like things,
Of
creatures,
course, dude. Our ancestors,
giant mammals,
dude, they killed woolly mammoths.
woolly mammoths, saber-toothed tigers.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
yeah,
crazy.
without guns.
Yeah, without guns.
Without guns.
You're right.
As far
With
as
like a
we
rock
know.
and a big stick.
As far as we know, you know my theory, right?
What's your theory?
We were very advanced before, and we ruined the planet somehow,
Yeah.
or something hit it, and we had to start all over. That's my real belief.
Well, it's you're not the only one that thinks that.
Yeah,
man.
there's
Yeah.
evidence behind it.
Yeah. They're finding out all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah, well, they find out my grandfather wasn't actually a superhero.
Your grandfather was not a superhero?
Yeah, I thought he was. Turns out he wasn't. It just apparently he was just really cool. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
So there's a survey, Mick, that says that 97% of students are using AI to do their work. Gen Z students, a new Scholarship OWL survey of over 12,000 high school and college students found that 97% said they have used AI. The survey found that more than 1 in 5 students admitted they used AI to write college and scholarship essays before getting onto campus. About 31% said they've used AI to write class essays, while 35% say they used it for homework. Another 66% used AI to study, and 56% used it for test prep, and 46% use it for note taking. ChatGPT was the most popular AI tool used by 80% of students. And a recent MIT study found students who used ChatGPT for essays showed the lowest brain activity and got progressively lazier, often copying full responses. Many colleges consider using AI to be cheating. I don't know why all of them don't consider that.
I don't
Cheating.
understand why it is cheating. What's the difference?
Having AI write an essay for you?
Yeah.
What do you mean, what's the difference?
Well, here's my point.
You're not writing the essay.
Here's my point, though.
Yeah.
Then clearly none of that shit is needed. If AI can do it for you, why do you need to learn it? That's my point. That where I don't think people understand the real problem.
Because
with AI.
you got to learn your job and skills
Why?
in life, because you can't just look up stuff. You got to know stuff.
What was that in reference to? What job or what subject?
No specific subject.
Right. Say it's computer programming. That guy gonna have a job? No. Like I I think school, the way we learn it now, is archaic.
I think we better learn it, man, because here's the problem.
Better learn what?
We better learn everything, because once the grid goes down, once we don't have access to information, you better have some stuff in your head or a couple of books
Well, I
lying
think we
around.
need to go back to teach people basic survival skills. We need to teach people things that we used to teach them that we don't anymore.
Yeah, like farming, trapping animals,
all that stuff, right? It's like you
woodworking,
like
blacksmithing, right? All that stuff would have to come back.
of course. And the guys that have that knowledge are going to be king.
Yeah, I mean, science, we've got to learn science, man, because if something did happen and we need to pass it along, you need to know that stuff. Not only that, but like in emergency situations or high pressure situations, you're not going to be able to just look something up quickly enough to maybe perform your job the way it's supposed to be performed.
I
You got to know stuff.
I get it, but
yeah.
it's not like these. I have a real problem with the whole AI thing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think we need to accept it and stop worrying about what AI is going to do, because it's going to do it, and start figuring out what we're going to do when it does it. That's what we're like. Why aren't schools like rapidly changing right now? Like, why isn't it? Like, why is there a computer programming class still at any university? Who is going to program now? AI can do it in 10 seconds.
Well, I think people will use AI currently to do things, right?
Pretty soon.
Students and workers, I'm saying, will use AI and create programs and things like that.
I mean, we think that, but pretty
Yeah.
soon AI will you'll tell AI what you want. I want a website that's black, red, and white about Mickey Talks. Here's the pages I want. It'll be done in a minute, in 1 minute. No code written. It writes it immediately. It's a worthless, in my opinion, worthless trade now.
Yeah, I mean,
in mass production.
I hear what you're saying. You're right. It's going to eliminate a lot of people's jobs, but
many.
But somebody better hang on to that, all this information, man, because once we become reliant,
you don't
on
think
the machines,
you think anybody's ever downloaded the whole internet?
Downloaded it?
Yeah, like everything on it. You think it's saved somewhere?
Like all of the information, like
some,
a hard copy?
Yeah, like some supercomputer.
I don't know. It's all on servers. You know what I mean? The entire internet is servers.
But you don't think that the government or some government somewhere built a massive?
We better hope, man.
I mean, you'd be idiots if you didn't.
That's going to be information. If something happens to our society, if something happened to us, if there was a big natural disaster or a war or a grid down situation for some reason, information is going to be one of the most important things for us to have. Information about medicine and first aid, like how to take care of us, on farming, on how to procure water and food and how to forage and what we can eat that's around us. All this information.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
Yes, and I do think there will be tons of people around that know this stuff. And that's when
you think,
yeah, dude.
Around you, like what would you do right now around you in your neighborhood? You think there's somebody in your neighborhood that would help you?
Do what?
All that stuff.
Like I could grow food,
carpentry. I
can do that.
Yeah,
I can pretty much like the stuff where I'd get a little on basic stuff. The stuff where I'd get a little.
You need to know how to store water and how to get water.
I understand.
Yeah,
I do. I mean, and I think we would figure it out quickly. Humans are incredible that way.
Or there'd be just crazy panic. I mean,
well, there's going to be that anyway. And the thing to do is like most people tend to flock towards cities in those panic-stricken times because that's where the resources are.
Well, you got to have the bunker, man.
Well, that's why you also have to go the other way.
Right. That's what I'm saying. You got to have some little plot of land that's somewhere out in West Virginia.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I can't even walk into a McDonald's right now and talk to a person.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that?
Yeah, you got to go in there and you work for McDonald's all of a sudden.
You order at the screen.
I can't stand it.
I don't like it either, but I mean, you pay that computer once $5,000. In 3 years, you haven't paid a dime for your help since.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's crazy where it's heading. I don't know the final result.
We're seeing it happen right now, man. The robots are literally here.
Yep.
And of course AI. And they're already slowly eliminating some jobs.
It's so weird to me when you think about it. I know one place I'm going, Rumble.
Yeah.
They know what's up. Them guys are like, they know how to do. Oh, by the way, we got a donation.
Do
I
we
don't,
really?
I don't know what the colors mean. Like if it's a rant or what it is. I still haven't learned this.
Yeah.
But it's from Post Miz.
Post Miz, thank you. Shout out.
Saw you on Rambo. Here's my $1 and 4 more. I'm a boomer. Had a similar reaction to Q before I understood. Joe tries to red pill everyone, but using Q proofs is like expecting a med student to do surgery. Sorry, it was so hard to read. It's just so small on my phone. But I want to thank you, sir, and anyone else on Rumble who has donated. We cannot thank you enough. We're building the show as we speak. But Matt, getting back to that like survival stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, if you really think about it, the cities are where the real catastrophe is going to be. The inner cities. And when we have a massive outage and there's no food supplies and there's no any of that, I mean, that's where all hell is going to break loose.
Well, that's where the very little bit of food is going to be left. I mean, people don't understand how quickly our shelves are going to be empty. It's going to be a few days. Not to fearmonger people, but I'm just thinking out this whole scenario that we're talking about. But food on the shelves would run out, but most of it would be in the cities.
That's what I'm saying.
And at that point, you got to learn how to find food for yourself and feed your family.
You got to be able to drive down the Beltway, see a deer, hit it with your car, stuff it in the trunk.
If you have gas in your car, that's a problem too. You're not going to be able to pump gas.
Right. I mean,
the gas will run out.
It's going to be a shit show, and it is going to probably happen. I don't know if it'll happen in our lifetime.
You think?
Everybody. I mean,
I hope it never happens.
The world, for whatever reason, always goes through dark times. It's just the way of the world.
Yeah.
We've had the most prolonged, I think, healthy civilization that we've had in a long time globally.
People don't realize like how much of how just fragile our society really is. Like they're just like, oh, the internet works, and they wake up every day and it's just there on their phone. But that could very easily go away.
Yeah,
some kind of disaster, or
I made both of my boys learn how to use tools. Like, as dumb as it sounds.
No, it's not dumb.
They both know how to use tools. They both know how to fish. And they're both smart enough to know that you got to have some basic knowledge of survival. Listen, man, I got down to the beach very, very late Friday, right?
Yeah.
After the show, very late, and could not find a room.
Oh man!
I mean, without spending $800, I wasn't spending $800, right? Some of these rooms in hotels in Ocean City, they were like $600 to $800 a night.
Sure, right.
And I'm like, Jesus, I just slept in my car, dude.
Did you?
I got sick of looking.
Yeah.
I pulled in a Walmart parking lot. I actually drove up to Delaware.
Yeah, Walmart will let you do that, won't they?
Yeah. I just pulled in, locked my car, turned it off, cracked the windows, and just laid out for a couple hours.
Did you sleep well?
No, terrible.
Yeah.
I haven't slept well in a couple days.
Yeah.
I'm really tired, actually. But I'll tell you the truth. Like I knew, leave my windows open, to get fresh air, lock the car. Somebody comes up and tries to open it real fast. It ain't going to open. At least I can start and get out of there.
Did you curtain the windows off in any way?
Mine are dark. Like I hate it, but they are. I don't even like it.
No, it's great for doing that though.
Yeah. I mean, and then my windshield's clear, and there was nobody on this lot really. A couple other people. And I didn't get like annoyingly close, but close enough where like you could look out for each other.
Yep.
And just went out for a little while, woke up in the morning and was like, all right, let me try to get going.
I'm pretty sure that's where people who have like campers or a van, or they're just traveling.
Yeah, a lot of truckers will pull in there.
Walmart says you can sleep in our lot, right?
Yeah,
most of them, I think.
Yeah, as far as I know, I mean, nobody bothered me.
Yeah,
there were other cars in there,
and they're 24-hour. I think a lot of them.
Yeah,
too.
I think it was open the whole time.
Yeah,
I was way back in the lot.
Yep.
I didn't want to cause a problem or be seen.
Yeah,
but and that's not the first time I've ever had to do that. But I do think, I think I think we're going to see some changes coming soon with like schooling. That's why we got rid of the Department of Education. Not rid of it, but like gutted it. The Department of Education. I mean, what we were teaching kids was such BS. Like, why do we stop teaching civics? Like how to treat each other and talk to. We stopped teaching that, and look at us. We talk. Everybody's a scumbag piece of shit when you talk to them, and people don't have any problem saying it. And it just makes me crazy. I just want to raise people again. You know what I mean? Not little machines.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of skills that they probably should start teaching us in school that they haven't.
I told my boys, neither one of them are really big enough to do it. But like if you could learn masonry, and there are some, dude, masons are making a fortune right now.
Is that right?
Carpenters, a fortune.
Yeah.
Good ones, skilled. Oh my God, there's nobody wants to do it.
Yeah.
And we just threw all the people out that were doing it.
Yep.
You know, so it's like, I mean, they'll come back, you know that.
Maybe we should be masons, Mick.
Yeah. That's just too much work at my age. Like I learned how to.
It's probably not easy work.
I learned how to lay brick.
Yeah.
I'm not good at. I could do it, but it's not simple. People think it's simple and all that. It's skilled, but it's brutal work. I mean, you're picking up heavy shit all day long and just stacking it up.
Yeah.
But
and you got to like heights too, aren't you up high?
Well, when you build the second floor, I only build ranchers, Matt, so that I can I don't have to go high on. You know what I mean? I stick to the ranchers.
So there is a new trend, Mick, that women are not wearing makeup on first dates.
Or not?
Yeah, it's the hot new dating trend for women is to not get ready for their first dates, not doing their hair and makeup. Like here's the real me, take
Good.
it or
I'm
leave
not
it.
paying.
It's.
I'm not paying. You can't put any effort in. I'm not paying.
I'm actually all right with that.
I'm
man.
not.
I really am. It's supposed to filter out the jerks and help you zero in on the ones who actually like you for you. Plus, guys can get ready for a date in 5 minutes if they want. So why should women have to spend an hour? They're thinking.
No. I agree with that. I'm not saying a girl's got to walk in there looking like, she stepped off the cover of Vogue. That's not what I mean.
Do you like makeup on women?
Sometimes I don't. Just the way you read it made it sound like they were saying we're not putting any effort in. We're just showing up as us.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean. They're showing up like they would if they were going to a movie with the family.
Yeah, but they're not. They're trying to get a life mate, somebody they're going to have sex with the rest of their life, somebody to be attracted to them.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't appreciate somebody kind of looking the way they're going to look every day?
Of course I do. Of course. That's not what I'm saying, though. Like, I don't know.
Some women are even taking it a step further by gradually ramping up the ramping up the amount of makeup they wear on second and third dates. The idea is you only start dolling yourself up once they've proven they're worth the effort.
Oh, all right. Okay, I got it. Now it makes sense. Okay. Yeah, so the guy has to do more now. We got to buy dinner. We got to pick you up. We got to make the reservation. Yeah. Now we got to look at you, plain Jane. And then if that was good enough, you'll throw some eyeliner on.
I tell my wife all the time.
Fine. Get a salad and go.
You're only
buy a salad. Get out. No croutons. I'm not paying for croutons. Totally kidding.
I tell my wife all the time that she doesn't even have to wear makeup for me.
I'll be honest with you. I've been in 4 very, very serious relationships. 4.
Yeah.
Very serious. All 4 of them were not crazy made up.
Yeah, she isn't. My wife isn't.
No,
she doesn't overdo the makeup.
Your wife is not like I would call made up.
No,
you know what I mean.
But if she didn't wear any makeup at all, I would be happy.
Well, your wife's very pretty, Matt.
That's true too.
That makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to lie, the women that I have been with in my life, in my eyes, were all very beautiful women, with or without makeup. Yeah. But there is something to be said when a lady does go through that effort, and she says, "I'm going to try to look great for you," or whatever. And if we lie and say that makeup doesn't make people look better, that's just a lie. I mean, your skin's perfect because the makeup's all a tone.
It can, but it can also just look
yes,
artificial to me.
Of course, that's when it's done wrong.
I guess you're right. Maybe I'm seeing
you're thinking of
wrong.
The clowns. But when a girl just does like eyeliner and a little bit of whatever that shit's called, that blush or whatever, I don't know what it's called.
I'm good with light makeup.
Yeah, light makeup is wonderful.
Yeah.
I wish men could wear it.
Yeah, well, they do.
Do they?
Yeah, look at Ozzy over the weekend.
Well, he's doing a show. Isn't that different? I'm saying, like, if guys had the habit of, like, making their skin all match, men would look better, too.
You think?
Yeah, I think women judge men because we don't
Ugh.
do that. You know what I mean?
You ever had makeup on your face?
Oh, tons. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's awful, isn't it?
I don't like it,
Yeah.
but I mean, I've recorded 3 specials. You got to wear makeup when you do that,
Yeah.
or else you just white out on a stage
Right.
like that.
They tried to get me back when I was doing TV 11. They tried to get me to start wearing makeup, did a whole thing, brought us in and gave us,
Yeah.
basically tutorials on how
Yeah.
to do it. I could never do it.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it for the lottery. When I did the
Yeah,
lot, they
yeah.
said, "Do you want powder?" And I was like, "No, I'm good."
Yeah.
You know, but
Did it for stage plays, stuff like that. And I feel like a clown.
yeah, it feels weird.
Yeah.
You know, it does feel.
What am I, a
weird.
clown? You think I'm a
What, I'm here to amuse
I'm
you.
here to amuse you?
Trump wears makeup.
Does he?
Oh my God, look at him. It's orange.
Is it orange
here.
makeup?
See here, right? And then I'm telling you, it's the greatest makeup.
It's
Ever
the
made.
orangest makeup ever made.
It's there. Let me tell you something. In Florida, they don't even let the color. I mean, I love him. I do. I don't care what anybody says. He's the most entertaining human being on earth.
Yeah.
That hair. You think he's ever going to do anything with the hair?
He loves his hair, man.
I know
it's
he
the
does.
greatest hair.
It's one of a kind. You love it.
Nobody
We
has
know.
hair like me.
Nobody. The most beautiful head of hair you've ever seen. And quite frankly, it's beautiful. I love it. It is listed as guy read the phone book. It's the best. Is that it?
That is the facts, Matt.
Thank you, Matt. Let's go
Sure.
right into it with Matt's Music Minute, brought to us by Natalie's Seafood. Some of the best food around town right now is coming out of Natalie's Seafood Kitchen. It is incredible. We are there every Friday. We are stoked. We are honored. And we are thrilled. And thank you to Natalie's Seafood Kitchen in Falston. If you have not been, do yourself the biggest culinary favor you'll ever do and get there. And right now with Matt's Music Minute is the man himself, Matt.
Yes, sir. So today we've got to wish a big happy birthday to Ringo Starr, celebrating another milestone today. Today, Monday the 7th, is his 85th birthday.
Did you ever hear? Oh,
Yeah. No, I got a photo of him.
yeah. Did you ever hear the story he tells about when he quit in 67 or 68? You know, he quit first.
I know the story, but
He
what
quit
did he
first.
say about it?
He goes, I went to John's house and I said, I'm going to quit. And John said, why? I said, well, the 3 of you have your thing and you're great. And John goes, what? I thought it was you 3. And Ringo was like, what? He goes, yeah, I thought I was the outsider. So he leaves. He goes to Paul's house. He said, Paul, I'm leaving the band. And Paul said, well, why are you doing that? He said, well, you have you 3. And he goes, I thought it was you 3. They all were so disconnected from each other. It was so surreal for all of them what was happening that none of them could even realize they were a part of it. They all felt like outsiders.
That's when he wrote Yellow Submarine, I
Yeah,
think.
exactly when he wrote it. Yep.
Yeah.
That's exactly the story.
He's as he's done the past 17 years on his birthday, he invited everyone around the world to proclaim peace and love at noon local time today. Peace and love is important, he says. I think it's a better world being a peace and love world. While this madness is going on, you can have a moment, and that's how it is. You know what he did? He's it's gotten pretty intense here. His
What'd he
message
do?
of peace and love was again broadcast to the universe when it was beamed to the moon and back to Earth, courtesy of Intuitive Machines through their transmission partner, Goonhilly Earth Station in the United Kingdom. They transmitted Ringo's message in intervals to the moon, where it bounced off the lunar surface and returned to Earth by Goonhilly's GHY-3 antenna. And then at noon Pacific time, he gave the command to Mission Control in Houston, and his message of peace and love was being sent to the International Space Station.
Wow. That's kind of cool when you say something and it bounces off the moon.
Sending out the vibes.
Yeah, man. I like Ringo.
I love Ringo.
And a lot of people make fun of him for that hippie sort of mentality. Oh, peace and love, peace and love.
No, it's beautiful, man.
But it really is a great way to think.
Yeah.
I wish more of us did it.
He is also very involved with his Beatles biopic. There are currently 4 Beatles biopics in the works,
Yeah.
one for each member, and Ringo Starr is spilling some tea about his. During an interview with the New York Times, he shared about working with director Sam Mendes and adjusting the script. The drummer offered extensive notes about his upbringing in Liverpool and his first marriage and wasn't satisfied with the initial script he read. He said he had a very good writer, talking about the director.
He
Great
was the best
reputation.
writer of all time. If I could just say, he's the kind of writer he wrote with words.
No peace and love. Not a lot of peace and love.
A lot of people don't write with words. They write with thoughts. He wrote words. It's very easy to read.
He says that the script had nothing to do with Maureen and I. He says that's not how we were. I'd say we would never do that. He was happy with the edits, though, he says, and he'll do what he's doing. Star is happy with Mendez saying, and I'll send him peace and love. It's Barry Keoghan who is set to play the drummer in this film.
Wow. I believe that's pronounced Keegan, though, even though it has an O in it.
I thought it was Barry Keoghan.
Maybe. How does it spelled? Is it Keoghan?
Keoghan.
I think it's Keegan is actually the pronunciation. But I don't know.
I think it's Keoghan.
Maybe you're right.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty sure.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Tell us in the comments.
Either Rumble or Facebook. I'll check them both. What else we got, buddy?
So a lot of great live music moments over the weekend, Mick, between the Black Sabbath and Ozzy farewell, and also the kickoff of the Oasis tour. We'll talk about Sabbath and Ozzy first. Their finale did their final show Saturday at the Back to Beginning concert at Villa Park in their hometown of Birmingham, England. Ozzy played 5 songs in his set. He appeared on stage in a dramatic way as the front of the stage slid away. He rose up from underneath, seated on a huge black throne, where he also remained for his set with Sabbath. I got a picture here.
It's so cool. I actually saw the video of him coming up.
Yeah.
It was so. Did you see that?
I saw a bunch of the concert over the weekend. Just mainly clips. I didn't see the whole
What was your
stream.
favorite clip?
God, man. I mean, it was all so good. I mean, obviously the Black Sabbath and Ozzy sets, but then they did all-star shows.
Yeah.
And cover tunes. They had Metallica doing Black Sabbath's covers, Guns N' Roses, Tool, Pantera, Alice in Chains, Mastodon. They all did that. And then they had Zakk Wylde on stage with Ozzy, which I thought was very cool.
Yeah.
And you got to see Ozzy get choked up too during when he was singing "Mama, I'm Coming Home."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, I adore Ozzy. I really do. I mean, I am not, I don't pretend to be this crazy Sabbath guy that was there the whole time. I learned to like them later. I think I learned to like them a little bit later in life, but I found their genius. And Ozzy, of course, just one of the great characters of our generation.
For sure. And Sabbath now has Lego figures. They've been immortalized as Lego people. The concert setup and member likeness is pretty spot on, they say, aside from a left-handed guitarist, Tony Iommi, being depicted as right-handed.
Wait, so what is he in real life?
He is left-handed, but they depicted him as right-handed with the
doll, with the Lego?
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah. Besides, he's wrong anyway.
I flipped that thing upside down.
Turn it over. You look like an idiot.
I don't know if you saw this too. There was a surprise engagement that happened over the weekend too.
I did know this.
Sid Wilson of Slipknot proposed to Kelly Osbourne backstage at their show at Villa Park in Birmingham. Kelly posted video of the moment on Instagram, and in the video, Wilson tells her, "Kelly, you know I love you more than anything in the world." But then Ozzy interjects and says, "F off. You're not marrying my daughter."
Did he really?
He did, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Wilson finished the proposal, and Kelly said yes, with their friends and family cheering them on. The couple have been dating since January 2022, and their son Sydney was born at the end of that year.
That's awesome, number one.
Yeah.
And number two, can you imagine? Okay, you're this guy, Sid, right? He's in Slipknot, pretty big band. He's a drummer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you know much. He's incredible, ridiculous.
Yep.
And so he's there, and he probably looks at Ozzy sometimes like, "Hey, don't worry. I got your daughter. She's in good hands. I'm in Slipknot." And he's like, "Oh, really? I'm in Sabbath. F off."
Well, they met at Ozfest in 1999,
right?
They said,
yeah.
And
she was like 15 or
Sharon
something,
Osbourne was representing those guys,
yeah,
at least for a while,
yeah,
I believe.
yeah. Good for them. I hope
Yep.
they're happy. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
And then, of course, Oasis happened over the weekend, and they played deep cuts, joked about their ticket prices a lot at the tour opener. They opened their reunion tour Friday and Saturday night in Cardiff, Wales, by playing some deep cuts and making a couple of cracks about the ticket prices. As expected, Noel and Liam Gallagher were joined by the guitarist and co-founder Paul Bonehead Arthurs, who played his first show with the band since 1998. Guitarist Gem Archer, bassist Andy Bell, who first joined the band in 1999, and a new drummer, Joey Waronker. And the set list was the same for both nights, with 8 songs from What's the Story, 6 from Definitely Maybe, and 5 B-sides that later showed up on the compilation, The Master Plan. Only one song from their post-90s catalog made the set. Noel Gallagher sung Little by Little from 2002's Heathen Chemistry. And during part of the set where Noel sang lead vocals on a string of songs, he said, "I hope it was worth the 175 pounds of anybody's money. Sorry, 210 pounds. Sorry, 250 pounds. And then later he said, was it worth the 40,000 pounds you paid for the ticket?"
You know that song?
Did you catch the set over the weekend?
Oh, my. I watched every clip I could. I couldn't see the whole show, though.
Yeah. The Oasis tour continues Friday in the band's hometown of Manchester, England.
Yeah, that's where, listen. So the city of Manchester is red and blue. It's half the city is Manchester United, half the city is Manchester City soccer teams, right?
Yep.
And the love of Oasis between the two is the only thing they agree on.
Yeah.
Now, there are some guys that are like, screw Oasis, because they're Man United fans through and through. But any young kid in the 90s in England, we don't get it because it didn't happen here. But people do not understand. It was the biggest thing to happen in England since the 70s. I mean, there was no musical act that did what they did. And on pop rock songs, man. And they did sound like the Beatles. And I love them. And I love them because me and Bub, my son, bond over them.
Yeah, that's cool.
You know, and so I love Oasis. I can't wait. Maybe it is available. I haven't found it yet.
Oh,
the whole show.
Yeah, somebody in the comments actually mentioned about the Ozzy show.
Yeah.
Sorry. Lizzie Hale. I don't know if you saw her set.
No.
It was amazing. She was up there and did The Ultimate Sin, actually.
Is that a Sabbath song?
It's an Ozzy song.
Okay, yeah, I don't
it's
go
a
that
title
deep.
track
Yeah.
on his albums.
Okay.
And that was pretty cool to see her up there in front of that crowd with legendary people. I mean, it was
Did you
it was
book
it was
her
awesome.
before she was her? Did
Oh
she?
yeah, I mean they were, you know, I don't know if I gave them their first show in Baltimore, but it had to be one of the first.
Wow.
And then I used to book her and Joe, the guitar player,
Yeah.
As an acoustic act doing covers down in Baltimore City back in the old days at the ESPN Zone, where I used to do some of the shows out on their pier by the harbor. And yeah, they would just come out and rock cover songs out there. And I remember telling them, I said, one day I'm going to tell people this and they're not going to believe me.
Wow, Matt.
Yeah, pretty cool, huh?
I mean, that goes beyond cool, man.
Yeah.
It's like
Grammy Award winning artist now, man.
Yeah. That's
and
just
invited by Ozzy to come play the
And-
farewell show.
And where are they from originally?
Red Lion, PA,
Which is
not
right
far
over
from
the
here.
border, man.
Yeah, not far from Baltimore where we
Yeah.
are.
Yeah. Wow. So they know Matt Davis.
Yeah.
You think they say the same thing like at dinner? Like guys, we just performed for Ozzy. We should call Matt.
Well, they will drop me text messages and calls every now and then.
Do they really?
When they got their Grammy, Lizzie sent me a really nice text message and said something to the effect that, you know, you're included in this journey with us.
Oh my
and
God,
I was blown away by it.
Are you serious about that?
Dead serious.
Why am I just
They're-
learning that in show
they're-
75?
They're the most amazing people, dude.
All right, we need them on the call. Them. We need them.
We should try to get them on the show.
Tell them you need a favor. You did all that shit
Yeah.
for the. Screw them, ungrateful bastard. Well, I would love to get her on and let you guys reunite and let her give you accolades for believing in them when, you know, basically, you know, everybody was like, maybe, you know.
Well, I mean, they were road dogs in the beginning, man. I mean, those guys worked hard. That band started when they were young.
Let me tell you something.
Talking about
though.
Hailstorm.
I don't know much about them. I know the hits. But the fact that they did that, I now love that band.
Yeah. Oh, they're real people, man. They really
That's
are.
wonderful to know.
Yeah,
Man, that's a great story.
absolutely.
You don't hear a lot of those. That's why, yeah, if you got any more of that shit, Matt, let's bring it out.
You know, I was playing them on Nutty at Rock here in Baltimore back in the day before they had a record
Dude,
deal.
I remember
you know?
sitting
all
in
the time I would spin those guys.
I remember sitting in the office one time, and I don't remember if it was Dave or Rick. I don't remember. Basically said,
It's probably Rick. Yeah.
Matt really likes this band. I think they're going to be huge.
Yeah.
I think it was Dave.
It was Dave.
It was, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It was Dave Hill.
He goes, I think, Dave, they're going to be huge, buddy. Matt's all
Yeah.
over him. I think you turned Dave on to him.
And I'm pretty sure that, the station, Dave, and everybody might have had a hand in letting people in the industry know about
very
them.
early on that band.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
remember them talking about that, like
Yep.
unbelievably. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap it up, Matt. Go ahead. What else we got?
So Pearl Jam it now needs a drummer. Matt Cameron has left the band. He announced he's leaving the band in a statement on their social media. He wrote, "After 27 fantastic years, I've
sick
taken
of
my
Eddie.
final steps down the drum riser for the mighty Pearl Jam. Much love and respect to Jeff, Ed, Mike, and Stone for inviting me into the band in 1998 and for giving me the opportunity of a lifetime, one filled with friendship, artistry, challenges, and laughter." He said, "I am forever grateful to the crew, staff, and the fans the world over. It's been an incredible journey, more to follow. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart. Peace and love," as Ringo would say as well.
Yeah, I think that is incredible.
Maybe you're the next Pearl Jam drummer, Mick.
No, I don't like them, but I don't think I like Eddie better. I think, and I mean his voice. I don't
Yeah.
care about his politics. I could care less.
I love Pearl Jam. It's amazing that Matt would leave the band. I mean, he's been in several very successful bands. I mean, he was in Soundgarden before Pearl Jam and Skin Yard before that, which had mild success.
Yeah.
And then leaving Pearl Jam. So I wonder what he's up to.
Well, he's also almost 60.
It's true. Yeah,
I mean,
you're right.
Every now and then you go, you know what?
But look, you got a tour till you're 85 now, apparently.
Well, but you don't have to if you're worth 20 million and you
true.
don't need to be worth 40 million.
Yeah.
Now, all I want is like 2 years of a hot run where I can make 4 or 5 million. Dude, I'm done.
Yeah.
Oh, golf, fishing, and trying to find one woman that says yes to me every day. That's all my whole journey's going to be. That's all I want.
That'll be your
in life.
robot one day, Mick.
Can't wait for
Your
her.
robot lady.
I can't wait for her.
Yeah.
I've already named her.
Have you?
Well, I've picked 4 names it's not going to be. There's 4 names it won't be for sure. I won't say those names, but they know who they are.
So Dave Grohl had an anniversary over the weekend for the band, for Foo Fighters. It was the July 4th, 1995. They released their very first album on that date. So, it was their 30-year anniversary.
Is that I Don't Owe You Anything or whatever that song was called?
Yeah.
Right?
They, with Big Me and all that stuff on it. July 4th, 1995, 30 years ago, this past 4th. And he also paid tribute to his late bandmate Taylor Hawkins. Grohl expressed enduring connection to Hawkins and shared emotional memories in a 6-page tribute.
Have they picked a drummer yet?
Not yet.
I think it's going to be that Spanish dude.
There was a rumor that it was going to be the original, one of the original drummers, but he put that to rest apparently.
Yeah, I remember.
I forget his name.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. But
I think I think what everybody wants it to be is Taylor Hawkins' son.
Yeah, of course.
You know?
Either that or the Groove Father. You know who that is? The Spanish guy?
No.
He might be South American. I don't know. But his name's like Estabio something. Esteban something.
Are you talking about the TikTok guy?
Dude, that guy.
He is a beast.
He's the greatest drummer in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never seen anything like it. Guy plays with one hand the way people play with 4 hands.
Yeah, he's probably making the Foo Fighters salary drummer plus
he's
on
on
TikTok.
but he point blank is saying he wants that gig.
Huh.
And he did songs.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I hope he gets it. And it might also be a PR stunt for himself, knowing he'll never get it. You know what I mean? But Taylor Hawkins' son would be awesome too. And that kid can rip. That kid's a great player.
Absolutely. Well, how cool would that be?
That would be cool.
Yeah. Grohl also acknowledged Hawkins' replacement, Josh Freese, thanking him for his contributions to the band. Freese recently announced his departure from the Foo Fighters in a statement on social media, expressing support for the band's decision.
Yeah, that was a weird thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
In and out. I don't know what happened there. I'm sure no one really does, but
Well,
interesting.
we may never know.
We
But,
may never know, Matt.
It's going to be a big announcement once they make it.
Well, Matt, I have a big announcement
Yeah,
that we will be doing this again tomorrow.
we will.
5 p.m.
Same time.
To the Rumble people, Rambo and friends, I cannot thank you enough. You're gracious, you're kind, you're open-minded, and I hope you're enjoying
Here
the
we
show.
got something here.
Oh, what we got, buddy?
Mickey talks, in case it goes away before you see it. Micro Toolmaker gifted 10 subscriptions.
Wow.
That's what the red castles next to people's name mean. Someone paid for a subscription. So thanks for the heads up, and thank you to Micro Toolmaker.
Wow.
I mean, that's amazing, man. That's really huge.
I don't know what to say.
For people that don't know what that is, it's kind of a tip essentially on Rumble. I'm probably
Well, a
describing it wrong.
subscription is this. So it's $5
Yeah.
a month, and you subscribe, and it supports the show, right? And then what happens is you can buy subscriptions for other people, and it's good for the month. So they pay $5 for. So he spent $50 on our show today.
Yeah,
Man,
that's
just-
incredible.
I don't even I'm humbled by it.
Yeah.
But Matt, I think the Rumble fans kind of want us, me and you, to do a separate sort of show with them where we discuss the things they discuss.
Oh, jeez.
No, but not a regular thing, but maybe once a week or something. The newbies that get in and try to make sense of these things. And
I
then,
kind of like where we are with the guest spots on the
No,
different
I
shows.
get
I think
you.
that's fun.
but I was engaging a little bit with
Yeah.
the audience today on Rambo's
Yep.
show, and it's fun, man. And it's it's just fun. I do enjoy it. I
Yeah.
found myself, I enjoy it. I do. And I just love them for listening. I mean, and the YouTube subscribers and of course Facebook and everybody listening to all the audio, man, thank you. I mean, we're getting a lot of hits and it's going to get bigger. We're getting a lot. I mean, a lot. I mean, a lot of viewers. So, one day we're going to get the real Donald Trump on here.
Yeah.
That's my mission.
Okay.
Before I go off the rails and I'm out of this
You
business,
think we're going to get a president in
I
here?
want to interview. I've interviewed 2 already
What?
on the phone.
Who?
Bill Clinton and George Bush, the second
You
Bush.
interviewed both those guys on
Yeah.
the phone?
Yeah, 90 Rock.
Really?
100%.
Wow.
Yeah, it was cool as hell.
We should. You still have audio of
I
that?
don't have one sentence
Oh
of
my God.
Do you know?
You interviewed 2 presidents and you don't have any of
and
the audio.
met the third.
Come
I met the third. I met the other Bush, the dad, at the Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York.
Yeah.
It was him and his grandson, a Secret Service agent, and me in
How
the
in
room.
the heck did you get the presidents on the phone with you at 98 Rock?
They were doing it was like a book tour.
Yeah.
No. I wasn't on the air. I'm sorry. I was a guest on Kirk, Mark, and Lopez when Bill Clinton called. And I was on the air when President Bush called.
Wow.
Yeah. And it might have been during the the run up, he was running.
Yeah.
And he was, did a radio thing
They
that
did
morning.
radio. Huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And I talked, Bush was funny because I made fun of him a little bit for his baseball. He owned the Texas Rangers, and I quizzed him a little bit on baseball, and I got him, and he goes, you got me. But he was laughing about it. We got 7 minutes with him.
Wow.
He was cool as hell. Clinton was cool. I mean, they're cool dudes, man. But Trump, oh my God. Would I love to do a deep dive with that son of a gun? I really would, man. Because I'd ask him the craziest shit, just knowing what he'd say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so anyway, enough of that. We'll be back tomorrow, 5:00. Do we have a guest tomorrow, Matt? I don't even remember.
Just us.
If only there was a book. Are we sure?
Yeah.
Okay, just us tomorrow. Great week. Meeting big sponsors this week as well. Things going great. Thanks for listening. We love you. Back tomorrow at 5. Adios, amigos.